Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name's Zach. I'll be showing you guys how to make a fish tank background or just to paint the back of your tank. So what you will need to do if you have an already existing fish tank, make sure you lower the water on that one, turn all the filters and equipment off. That way obviously you're not drying any equipment out. Empty your water from your tank, and then after it's all been emptied and turned off, remove your tank onto a floor, onto a towel or someplace soft you can rest your tank onto. And after you have put your tank on the ground, make sure you give it a good wipe on all sides of the glass. Make sure it's clean with a bit of a sponge and just some hot water. Hot water and vinegar will do. Yeah, so make sure your sides are all clean. And the next thing I use will be paint. So the type of paint I use is acrylic white paint. I'll be using that on the sides of my tank, which is very cheap. You can buy it from like your dollar store. I got mine for $2.50 for a little tub like this, and I also got paints and rolling tray for about $3 as well from the same shop. So very cost efficient to make your tank look really good. So they're the products that I use. So now what you will need to do to start painting your tank is make sure all the sides and the interior of the tank is dry, because paint won't stick to wet surfaces. So make sure all the sides of the tank are thoroughly dry, and then add a little bit of paint to your rolling tray. Use your roller to smooth the paint out, and then equally distribute your paint along the sections of the glass you would like to have the background on. Do long, smooth strokes rather than short and fast strokes. That way you get a more smoother look on your background and you don't get smudges or unequal bits on your glass. So once you have finished painting all the sides of your tank, wait for that to dry before you add it back onto your tank stand. Once it's dry, add it back onto your tank stand, add all your water and your filters and all your equipment. A quick tip is if you already had your fish tank established before you started painting it, make sure you have your filters still running in like another tank or a bucket. That way your biological bacteria, beneficial bacteria won't die because of loss of oxygen. So put it in a bucket, turn it on, or put it in another tank, so that way when you fill up your tank you still have a fully functioning filter. So after your tank's filled up, add all your equipment, turn it on. If you have a tropical fish, wait until your tank is at the required temperature before you add the fish back into the tank. Another example of this, if you had an established tank, make sure that the fish are placed in another tank or a bucket with good filtration or an air source and the correct temperature. So even just a small aerator, a small air stone and a heater in a bucket will keep your fish alive for a long period of time until your tank is fully dry and back running again. So after all that's done, the paint's dried, your water's filled up and your equipment is turned on, and the temperature is at the correct temperature in your water, you're able to place your fish into the tank, and yeah, that's the procedure of painting the background of your fish tank. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did like it, give it a like and subscribe for more videos coming soon. So thanks guys.